Welcome to the second part of changes and reactions. Now, let us talk about chemical changes. So, a change in which new substances are formed and which cannot be reversed by reversing the conditions is called a chemical change. Some common examples of chemical change are the burning of fuels, rusting, charring of sugar, and curdling of milk. We will take all these in detail. So first we'll talk about the burning of fuels. Fuels such as coal, wood, petrol and kerosene contain carbon, which if it is going to burn in the presence of air, it is going to combine with the oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a new substance, that is a gas. This change is irreversible, means carbon dioxide does not give back carbon and oxygen. Hence, the burning of coal is a chemical change. Wood contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Likewise, when wood is going to burn, it takes up oxygen from air and forms carbon dioxide and water, which are new substances. This change is irreversible, that is, on being cooled, carbon dioxide and water vapors do not give back carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Thus, the burning of wood or paper is a chemical change. Fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. contains mixtures of hydrocarbons, which when burnt combined with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water vapors. Thus, burning of such fuels is also called chemical change. Let us talk about rusting now. A piece of iron, if left in moist air, a red-brown solid called rust is deposited over it. The forming of rust is called rusting. Iron combines with oxygen and moisture, that is water vapors, of the air to form a new substance called rust. A portion of iron under the rust has been eaten away. Formation of rust cannot be reversed. Thus, rusting is a chemical change. Let us talk about experiment to determine the conditions in which rusting occurs. So, we have to take 3 test tubes A, B and C. In test tube A, take a few unrusted iron nails and cover them with ordinary water. Leave the test tube on a stand. In test tube B, boil some distilled water to expel the dissolved air. Drop a few unrusted nails into it and put some oil over the water surface. Cork the test tube and allow it to stand. In test tube C, take some anhydrous calcium chloride. This calcium chloride is being used to absorb moisture from the test tube. Slip in a perforated cardboard disc into the test tube and place few unrusted nails over the disc. Cork the test tube and allow it to stand. What we are going to observe after few days is rusting occurs only in the nails placed in the test tube A and not in other test tubes. So, the conclusion can be drawn from this are only moist air causes rusting, and second, neither air-free water nor moisture-free air can cause rusting. Some other chemical changes we are going to discuss. So, cooking of vegetables and pulses, it is also a chemical change as new substances are formed after cooking. Taste is also going to change and it is irreversible process. Next is curdling of milk. When milk curdles, a new substance, cottage cheese or curd is going to form. which is irreversible. Next we discuss charring of sugar. So when sugar gets charred, carbon, which is a new substance, is going to form. Carbon on being cooled will not give sugar again, so it is irreversible change. Digestion of food is also a chemical change in which complex food molecules are broken down and new substances are formed. It is irreversible process. Photosynthesis is also a chemical change in which carbon dioxide and water combine to form the new substances glucose and oxygen, which is irreversible process. We are going to discuss now what happens to a freshly cut brinjal or apple. So, the cut surface of a brinjal or an apple turns brown. The reason is the oxygen of the air acts on the chemical substance present in the brinjal or apple. A new brown colored substance is formed over there and the change is irreversible. Hence, it is a chemical change. Physical and chemical changes can also take place together. Common example is the burning of a candle, in which the melting of a wax and the solidification of wax are physical changes, while burning of molten wax is a chemical change. Differences between physical and chemical changes are: a physical change is temporary, while a chemical change is permanent. A physical change is reversible, while a chemical change is irreversible. No new substances are formed after a physical change, while new substances are formed after a chemical change. Atoms rearrange themselves during a chemical change to form a new substance. Carbon, when burnt in air, combines with oxygen of air to form carbon dioxide. Hydrogen, when burnt in air, forms water. Atoms contained in the molecules of hydrogen and oxygen rearrange themselves during the formation of water.